You can walk back that way.
Ma'am.
You can walk back that way.
Yeah.
Keep walking back that way.
Can you de-escalate a little bit? Because I feel like you're trying to just exert your authority over me, and I don't like it. You have no authority over me. Okay?
Actually, I do.
You guys really don't have nothing better to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 officers for one man with a camera. You have to learn the law. If you're going to uphold the law, you took an oath to the Constitution. Freedom of press is part of the Constitution. You have to, if you're going to uphold it, you have to learn it. This is an illegal detainment. You guys are dismissed.
Who are you and what are you here for? Get away from the court.
I'm not in the courtroom, sir.
I don't care if you're in the courtroom. It doesn't...
Hey, relax.
Recording, taping, photographs strictly prohibited.
Yeah, in the courtroom.
No, not just in the court. If you're not going to leave, I'm just going to call the police.
You could call whoever you want to call. The number to the police is 911, sir.
I would like to see your ID.
Oh, you'd like to see it?
I want to know who's got a camera in my face.
Chuck, he doesn't have to show you.
Hey, what's up guys? Long Island Audit here. Back again with another video. Today we are returning to the town hall here in Ramapo, New York. We are here today, as always, to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants recognize our rights and treat us with respect. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to do a follow-up video, which is always very important. The last time we were here, it did not go so well. We weren't treated with the utmost respect and our rights were violated. That video has been viewed over 2.4 million times. So let's hope this one goes a little bit better. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so we're just getting inside the town hall here. Let's take a look around. So we were standing right here by the receiver of taxes when Officer Winter, like the season, and Sergeant Mayer, along with 10 other uniformed officers, approached us from the end of the hallway here.
You can stay right there, that's fine. You don't need to approach me.
Excuse me?
You can stay right there.
I don't need to approach you?
No, you can stay right back there. You can walk back that way.
Ma'am.
You can walk back that way.
Yeah.
Keep walking back that way.
Can you de-escalate a little bit? Because I feel like you're trying to just exert your authority over me, and I don't like it.
I'm not. I'm speaking to you in my normal voice.
You have no authority over me. Okay?
Actually, I do.
I'm in a public building. I'm conducting lawful business.
And they're asking you to leave.
I'm conducting lawful business. No, they didn't. That's a lie.
Yes, they did.
They did not ask me to leave.
They asked you to leave, and they said that
I'm
you were no longer allowed to be here.
I'm conducting business.
So therefore, you need to leave the location.
I'm conducting business. I'm doing a Freedom of Information Act request.
They asked you to leave.
So as you can see, very unprofessional. I'm glad that they got a good education and they were humbled because they need to understand that they have no authority. They were trying to exert authority over us that they don't have. Our friendly reminder that they're always recording us, even though it always seems to be an issue when we record them, just like it was last time we were here. Over here to our left is the Justice Court. It seems that court over here is in session.
What do you need?
Who are you, sir?
Who am I? I'm Officer Edwards, the court officer. Who are you and what are you here for? You're not allowed to film around the court.
I'm not in the courtroom, sir.
I said around the court. You see what it says?
I'm not allowed to film around the court? What does that mean?
That's correct. You get away from the court with the film.
You came up to me, sir, with the camera and asking what I was doing.
I don't have the camera. You do, and I'm asking you, what are you doing?
I'm taking pictures and video, sir.
Of the court.
I'm taking pictures and video of the town hall.
Go down the hall and film anything you want, but get away from the court.
I'm not in the courtroom, sir.
I don't care if you're in the courtroom. It doesn't...
Hey, relax.
Listen.
Relax.
I'm asking you very nicely, get away from the
And I'm
court.
telling you nicely to relax. Just relax.
I don't understand which part you don't get. You
I'm not
can't
recording.
film. Recording, taping, photographs strictly prohibited.
Yeah, in the courtroom.
No, not just in the courtroom, and I'm not going to dispute.
It's in the courtroom,
Listen,
sir.
If you're not going to leave, I'm just going to call the police.
You could call whoever you want to call.
No problem.
I don't know why you say you're going to call the police like I'm going to be.
Or whatever. You give me a hard time, and I have a couple jobs that I have to do here. So don't give me a hard time. I don't understand it. You know,
You came at me aggressively, sir. I'm not doing anything.
Because you're filming by the court, and you still have it going, and I asked you to stop it.
I'm not inside of the courtroom, sir.
Don't play semantics with me, sir.
I'm not. I'm taking that
You
sign.
are.
Taking
You
that
are.
sign at its word that there's no filming or recording inside of the courtroom. The number to the police is 911, sir.
No, I have another number.
Okay.
I don't need 911. It's not that kind of an emergency.
Oh, good.
That's life and death. This is not.
Okay, great. I'm glad we recognize that this is not serious.
Hey Heather, how you doing? Listen, this is Chuck Edwards over at the court. I'm trying
Charles
to maintain
Edwards.
the court, and I have a problem. There's a guy with a video in my face.
Hey, how are you?
And he will not leave the area.
You can't record by the Justice Court, but you can
so
record
if you
in
could
any
send
other part of the
somebody over.
building. It's just the Justice Court area.
Well, I was just walking through here.
We are at the
What's your name,
hallway,
ma'am?
but-
Alyssa Slater. I'm one of the attorneys in the building.
You're one of the attorneys?
Yeah. So just the
No, you
Justice
won't
Court
give me
is where
like
the.
any idea or whatever. And,
It's okay, Tim. I got it. I'll take care of him. It's okay. You just can't.
Yeah, I'm walking through. I'm not
Yeah,
filming
as long
inside
as-
the Justice
yeah,
Court.
it's just- so it's even like outside of it, and I know it's confusing with our building because of how it's divided.
Yeah, because I mean, you have a camera right above your head.
I know, but that's just for like monitoring purposes. It's
But
not
somebody could
recording.
do, as an attorney, you understand, somebody could do a FOIL request for that footage.
No, because it's not. I don't know that
It's public record.
Yeah, they could if it was like contained somewhere, but some of them are just like I said for monitoring purposes. They're not recorded. Like,
Not
they're
recorded, not stored on anywhere.
Yes, right.
Okay.
But so basically we have our Justice Court window over there in the corner, and sort of anything that's over in this.
Well, I pretty much figured that anything, you guys have like a little barricade set up here.
Yeah,
I see.
but
I don't
just
plan
don't-
on passing the barricade
and
or
you're-
filming inside the courtroom.
Then that's
No.
fine. As long as you're not
Yeah.
directing the camera at that area, we just want people to have privacy when they're in. Even though I know you could walk in and out of there.
Yeah,
easily,
exactly.
it's just not
Take
within-
notes and
yes, you could
figure
draw
out the
pictures, whatever you want.
exactly.
You just can't record the people.
Now, let me ask you a question. Is that sign associated with any sort of ordinance or law?
It's just the Justice Court that's just prohibited in the court. The recording is prohibited in the court. But like I said, you're able to record.
So I'll
anywhere
just
else.
continue to film in the publicly accessible areas.
Exactly,
Thank you. All right,
exactly.
appreciate
I
it.
would like to see your ID.
Oh, you'd like to
because
see
I
it?
want to know who's got a camera in my
But
face.
Chuck, he doesn't have to show you. He doesn't.
I
have to.
said, did I say I'm demanding? I said
No.
I would like to see.
Right.
Oh, you can ask for ID. I'm not going to give you any
I
identification.
didn't think so.
No.
I'm not surprised.
Why would I give you identification? Can I see your driver's license?
Can we?
My identification's clearly visible.
Well, that's
Where's
because you're a
yours?
public servant. I'm not.
We'll talk about this later. Don't worry about it right now. Okay? It's under
Try to
control.
explain to him he gets away from the court. Go
Yes,
any other
yes.
place you want.
He can, as long as his recording is not facing the court,
Well, I had the door open, so first thing I did was close it.
and that's perfectly fine. And as long as, like I said, and like I told
But
him,
he wasn't cooperating. He wants to walk.
Why did I cooperate? Why did I
This
cooperate
isn't
with
the
her?
first time.
What is?
no, it's okay. It's okay. I know. Just, it's not a big deal right now. Just let it go. Like I said, as long as he's not inside the courtroom or filming any people going in or out
How
of the
soon
courtroom.
till you post it somewhere? I don't want, I don't get permission from myself posting it.
You're a public servant, sir, and you work in a public area.
I didn't take it.
Hi, how are
I
you?
didn't take an oath for this job.
Excuse me? You didn't take an
For
oath?
the sake of everybody in there, if you want to have some sort of an argument, just stay over there for now. Thank you.
All right, ma'am. I'm just gonna go about my business. Thank you.
Thank you.
So there's cameras all over the facility here. Apparently, so Charles Edwards here is not part of the police department.
You're hiding behind, I think you're hiding your wall in your back pocket.
Oh, you'll know who I am. I promise you that.
I'm sure I will.
Stay tuned, Charles. You'll find out eventually.
Okay, but all you need to say to him, I would like to say.
What's going on, boss?
Hey, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
Good, good.
May I get your name and badge number, sir?
My badge number is 576.
And your name, sir?
Clifford, Officer Clifford.
Nice to meet you, Officer
How you
Clifford.
doing?
So, yeah, you were called here by Charles, correct?
Who was I called by?
Well, I'm just saying you
It
were
was
called
an
here?
anonymous call.
Anonymous call.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just wanted to let you know that I had a conversation with him already. He is allowed to film in the public spaces,
Yes.
and I have made him aware that he cannot film inside the Justice Court or really anything from the Justice Court window over into the Justice Court, just to respect his privacy. That is our policy, and the court's policy, OCJ, that there's no filming in the courtroom. And other than that, I told him.
Hey, officer, how are you?
To continue, as long as he doesn't enter any.
Yeah, last time we had a little bit of an issue. I was here a couple years ago, and we had a little bit of an issue. So that's why I wanted to follow up and see if, we're still gonna have an issue, and it seems like we're still having some sort of an issue.
Yeah, you're allowed to film. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's public property. You just can't stop people from doing their job.
Of course, yeah, no, exactly. You know, some people want to stop their job on their own. That's their decision, but my intention is not to stop anybody from doing their job. And everybody who speaks to me comes up to me. I don't go up to them. Or if I have a question, I might come up to them. But just so I know who's here, sir, can I get your name and badge number? Sergeant, so you're supervisor?
Yes.
Okay, so I actually wanted to follow up on the complaint that I made. I made a complaint back in December of 2021 against Sergeant Mayer and a Officer Winter. And I would like to follow up on that complaint. I've never received any sort of follow-up as to the findings or anything else. As to the findings or anything else. Sorry, there's somebody who's recording us. But yeah, so I wanted to follow up on that.
All right.
How would I go about doing that?
I believe you can speak to our records department. They might have
Like, is there somebody from Internal Affairs I could speak to? Because I filed the complaint here
Yeah.
to a lieutenant, and he told me that they would get back to me, and I've been really busy, so I haven't had a chance to come back here. But now that I'm back here, I want to see what was made of that report.
I can ask when I go back next door.
Okay, great.
Figure out who
Who would I speak to, please? That would be great. I would appreciate that. Thank you, Sergeant.
Yeah. So just
Yep,
the court.
explain.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'm not filming inside the
and
courtroom.
then-
Yeah, I'm not filming inside the courtroom.
Okay.
Just not interfering with anybody.
So you're gonna come next door to see the records?
Yeah, I'll be over there.
I'll be in
Sure.
the lobby?
Sure, yeah, sure. Because I would, in order to do a FOIL request for because I want to speak to somebody, maybe from Internal Affairs or something, just because I filed the complaint and I never got any follow-up phone call or email or anything. So I'd like to speak to somebody and then
Yeah,
see
we're-
how I go about.
We're not like New York City where we have like a whole internal affairs division.
It's just what?
So it's just I just got to see who would be.
Okay.
I know it's not me, but
All right. So yeah, just somebody I could speak to because it was a while ago now. But again, I didn't have the time to just keep coming back here and try and figure it out. But while I'm
And
here,
just so I could. What's your first name?
Sean. Yeah, my first name's Sean.
And this was what, 2 years ago?
December 2021 was the
Okay, so almost 2 years ago.
almost 2 years ago now. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, again, I just never heard anything, and I haven't been back here since. I remember last time I was here, I spoke with the supervisor,
Yeah. I think it was. Yeah.
Lieutenant Dolan.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Dolan. That's who it was.
Yeah.
That's who it
He's
was.
not working right now, so.
Okay.
I know he's
Maybe
not.
it's somebody else that could help me though.
I would check.
Yeah, so I don't have to come back.
All right.
But
All good? All right. So I'll probably see you next time.
all right, sounds good. I'll be over there in a minute.
Pedigree?
You can just put Sean.
Sean.
Sean, yeah,
Okay.
It's probably in the other board.
Okay.
yeah, no, for sure. Or you could just Sean Ramapo. Probably pop up, but
Okay.
Well, in our system.
oh, okay. Well, Google, simple Google search, you'll figure it out. It's just my policy not to
Yeah.
give up my identification. That's all.
God-given right.
Yep. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it, officers. Take care now. Take care, Charles.
Joe.
Have a nice day, ma'am. So, Court Officer Charles Edwards has a big problem. I'll be around there in a second. Thank you, sir. Has a huge problem with us recording and exercising our rights. I'm not inside any courtroom. I know I can film outside of the courtroom all day. There's no law. Let's head over to the police department. All right, guys, so on this side of the facility, we have the Town of Ramapo Police Department headquarters. Let's follow up on our internal affairs complaint. Hi, I was just speaking with the sergeant in the town hall over here. Okay. And he told me to come around here to speak with somebody regarding an internal affairs complaint I made.
Okay.
So I would like to speak to somebody from... My name is Sean.
Sean?
Yeah,
Sean, please.
no problem.
What can I do for you?
Hi, sir. Are you a supervisor here?
Yes.
What rank do you have?
Sergeant.
Sergeant. So I was just speaking with another sergeant at the town hall side. He told me to come over here. So I'm just trying to figure out how do I follow up on the internal affairs complaint that I made against Sergeant Mayer and Officer Winter. No one ever followed up with me. I made the complaint in person with a Lieutenant Doland. Excuse me. That's who I need to speak. No one else can help.
Contact number for you, and I'll leave him a message, but that's who you need to speak to.
Okay, so I would assume almost 2 years later that the report, the investigation is over, even though nobody contacted me. Additionally, like Lieutenant Dolan promised.
We'll be conducting the full investigation. That's who you send it to. So,
Great.
But you should get pretty quickly get a response from somebody
Okay,
to tell
great.
you what to do next.
One eternity later.
I would assume almost 2 years later that the report, the investigation is over, even though nobody contacted me additionally, like Lieutenant Dolan promised. So I would assume the investigation's over at this point. So how would I go about receiving?
But I'll just give me your contact information.
I would doubt that it. Yeah, sure. I'll give it to you in 1 second. So I just want to know, how would I follow up as far as requesting that report? Who would I submit my FOIL request to?
I think it's the town attorney's office.
The town attorney's office?
You could ask the records department.
Okay, I'll give you my contact information for Lieutenant Dolan.
I'll send him an email with his contact.
And your name was?
Last name is Lee.
Lee, Sergeant Lee. Okay, I'll follow up with records on FOIL request.
Do you need help?
Yes, sir, please. Hi, how are you? I just spoke with Sergeant Lee. He told me to talk with records department regarding, I'm trying to do a FOIL request for the internal affairs file and findings of an investigation that occurred almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
He says, I don't know if I contact you or the town attorney's office. Who do I submit the FOIL request to?
Okay, so all FOIL requests are handled by the town clerk's office. So they're around the back of the building.
Okay.
So if you parked on the side, pull out back on 59 and drive around to the back.
Okay.
So they have the application and everything you have to fill out.
Even for the police department, they handle
Yeah,
the FOIL
they
request.
handle-
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey, Mr. Supervisor.
How are you?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too, sir. Just following up on my story.
Yes. Welcome back.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't get a nice warm welcome from the court officer
I
there.
just heard. I came in a little while ago. I was told about it, so we're going to address that.
Okay, I
have to
appreciate
get more
that.
information about it, but we're going to address it.
No, of course, yeah.
I spoke to our attorney. I think she spoke to you.
Yeah, she was very cordial, very respectful with me.
Right.
And she was. It was great. She handled the situation perfectly.
Very
so
glad to hear that. Good.
I appreciate it.
Good. Thank you.
All right.
No, you're welcome here, and
thank you. I appreciate the welcome.
You have a right to be here, and just if we have to clarify that with some people that didn't understand that, we'll clarify it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Great, thank
I
you.
appreciate it, Mr. Supervisor.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming out and speaking to me.
My pleasure.
I just got to file a FOIL request inside.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Got it.
I'll be on my way.
Very good. Take care.
You too. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hi. I would like to file a FOIL request.
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you familiar with the form?
Yes, ma'am. I am. Thank you. I'll fill it out and I'll hand it back to you. Hi, ma'am. So it's just made 2 requests there.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check.
For Public Works?
Higher. What is this?
I'll just speak with Public Works from Town of Ramapo. It's about a sewer license application.
Okay, so you're submitting it?
Yes.
So let me have the town clerk review it.
Okay.
Specific enough?
Do you have I need you said in December 21, and then a list of all complaints made against Sergeant Mayer. Is that Mayer?
Mayor.
Oh,
Sergeant Mayer.
M-A-R-E.
And Officer Winter.
I need a time frame. I don't care what the time frame is, but I kind of need a range. To conduct the search.
Sure. As far as for the second request.
Yeah, because this one you're telling me in December 2021.
Made by myself, who is Sean Paul Reyes. And then, so for the list of their complaints, I would just say the last 5 years. You could just put that.
So this is 2020. I can't do math. So what
So
is it?
2018. Yeah, to 20. Yeah.
2018.
2023. That's fine.
2023. Okay, sir. I'm going to clock it in. I'll forward it down there, and it can take 5 to 20 business days. You have your email on here.
Yes, I have my email.
Okay, so you'll be emailed the response.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Have a nice day. We filed our FOIL request. Time to head on out. All right, guys, so we're just getting out of the town hall here in Ramapo, New York. Honestly, I thought it was going to go a lot better than it did. We were already here. We already educated the public servants and the police department on our constitutional rights. At least I thought we did. That video has over 2.4 million views, one of my most watched videos, the largest walk of shame on the internet. And yet they still want to try and violate our constitutional rights. The court officer was incredibly unhinged. He escalated the situation as soon as he saw me, was very unprofessional and rude, tried to demand ID from us. Luckily for him, the town attorney got involved and calmed him down and de-escalated the entire situation because he was going to make a huge mistake. He already called law enforcement. The town attorney did an amazing job. She knew our constitutional rights. She did a great job at de-escalating the situation, was very friendly and professional with us, so I appreciate her for that. Law enforcement did come, a sergeant and an officer, and they treated me with respect. They also were educated on our constitutional rights. So it was really just one person, the court officer here, who was very unprofessional and rude with us. Then we go and try and follow up on our internal affairs complaint. Again, this incident happened almost 2 years ago in December of 2021. We haven't had the time to get back here. We've been busy traveling the country and educating townships and municipalities all over the country on our constitutional rights. But I've been receiving many requests to follow up on the situation, so I decided to come back. No one was here. Lieutenant Dolan wasn't here to help me. No one from Internal Affairs was here to help me. They did take my contact information and they will get back to me. But in the meantime, we did file a FOIL request with the town for the complete Internal Affairs file on Sergeant Mayer and Officer Winter and the findings, as well as any other additional complaints that they may have, because once a tyrant, always a tyrant, and if they violated my rights or attempted to violate my rights, they probably did it with somebody else that wasn't holding a camera. So we'll find out. We'll do some further investigation here. I will just say, big shout out to the town supervisor here of Ramapo. He came out of his office and confronted the camera. As I was walking back from the police department, I saw him in the parking lot. I immediately turned on my camera and I began a conversation with him. He greeted me. He was very professional. He said that he was going to be fixing any internal problems that I had with the court officer and better education for his employees here, which I can appreciate. A lot of times mayors, town supervisors, county administrators, they hide in their offices from the camera. He came out to speak to me, made sure that he knew that I knew that I was welcome in this town. So I appreciate him for that, for having the courage to do that. Again, if it's an act or not, that remains to be seen. I can only judge someone on their actions. And his actions were very professional, the way he treated me, and I applaud him for that. Again, the county attorney, great job. The officers did a great job. Everybody was educated based on my previous visit, except for the court officer. Bad attitude, uneducated on our rights, horrible. But again, guys, let me know what you think about this one in the comment section below. If you want to watch the original video, it'll be linked in the description. You won't regret it. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.